Another week has been and gone in the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator. This week we have the breakdown of all the news, announcements, and release news as well. Join us and let's jump into this week's video. Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator update video. This is where we take a look at all the Flight Simulator news and development in one weekly video. Before we jump into this week's video, I want to say a big thank you to everybody that is subscribed and supports the channel. If you are part of the 73% of people that aren't subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button now. It'd be much appreciated, and also hit the notification bell that you know when our next stream goes live or when our next video is live. Thank you. Kicking off this week's previews and announcements, the first one goes to the team over at A2A Simulations. They are one of the big hitters in the GA aircraft space for many other popular sims. This week they released a new screenshot of their in-development Comanche for Microsoft Flight Simulator. We haven't heard much from the team at late, but they did mention that the Comanche is developing very nicely. The team also mentioned that they have a couple other aircraft in very early development for Microsoft Flight Simulator. At this stage, there's no ETA from the release date, as it appears the team is keeping his cards pretty close to his chest, of course, but we'll keep you posted if we do hear anything more. Just Flight this week announced they are developing the Fokker 100 and also the Fokker 70. The team mentioned that the Fokkers would follow after the release of the Fellowship F28, which is also in development. The Fokker 100 is a popular regional jet which production ended in 1997, but it's still being used by several airliners around the globe today. Work has already been started on the modeling and the textures of the plane. However, coding side of things, it's still in early stages. The team mentioned that we won't see the release of the Fokker until about 2023 or sometime in 2023. But the good news, it's on the way. In the world of PMDG this week, we have an update on the way for the 737-700. This update will include improved yoke flap gear and spoiler animations, and the trimmer wheel is now being updated with the new code, and it should look a lot smoother. Apparently the old code from the old FSX or the P3D version of the plane was left in there, and now it's been updated. As for the release of the 737-600, which is the next aircraft by the team, it's been delayed by a few weeks, as the team is now including their lateral flight path model. And I think we should expect to hear more about the update or the update release date soon, or it's probably going to be out by the time you watch this video. But I do think as the team develop the aircraft, I think we're going to expect to see more delays and ongoing delays when it comes to releases of things like the 600 and then the 800. Moving over to this week's releases, and kicking that off is from the team again over at Just Flight, as they released, and I'm probably going to butcher the name and someone will pick it up in the comments, which is Lan Zroto Airport. This airport is found on the closest Canary Island to Europe, which is located about 1,000 kilometers to the southwest of Europe. The team has mentioned this is a detailed rendition of the airport and includes many animations such as custom jetways and even working at visual docking guiding systems. Other features are animation of objects such as palm trees, flags, windsocks, fans, and passengers. Model interior of Terminal 1 and 2 has been included, in highly accurate ground textures and elevation data has been included as well. You can pick up your copy of Lan Zroto. There I go, probably messed it up again. Airport directly from the Just Flight store. I'll leave a link in the description below. AirfoilLabs released its first aircraft for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is the Bristell B23. The Bristell is a light sports aircraft from the Czech Republic, and the team has been working with the manufacturer BRM Aero to bring the Bristell to life in Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's taken them about a year and a half to get to the release stage. The Bravo 23 is a low-wing, lightweight aircraft that can carry up to 120 litres of fuel, which is pretty good for a sports aircraft, and it has a useful load of 300 kilos. That's what I'm talking about, which makes the Bravo 23 a very versatile aircraft and training light sports aircraft. No feature list has been really included in the in-sim marketplace, but going off the screenshots and the work from AirfoilLabs that they've done in the past in other simulators, we should expect to see this to be a very detailed version of the Bravo 23. You can pick up your copy of the Bristell directly from the in-sim marketplace store. AzurePoly 6 months after the previous release, which was a very well received Fuga, they have released the TB-30. The two-seater trainer was used as to train up pilots before they would jump into a jet aircraft, one of those being the Fuga. The team have had close access to the real aircraft and have used this access to help them create an authentic experience for simmers. The AzurePoly mentioned that the systems of the TB-130 have been accurately recreated, such as electrical, fuel and hydraulic systems. Other features include a high detailed 3D model 4K PBR textures, 11 liveries, fully operational front and rear stations, custom avionics, custom flight bag, and GTN 605 integration with both the PMS 50 and the TDS versions. Also has a functional smoke system, windshield effects, and the list of features is pretty extensive, and it appears it to be a very high detail aircraft. You can pick up your copy of AzurePoly's TB-30 directly from the InSim marketplace. Apex Gaming PCs and the Oz Flight Simmer channel have partnered up to create a range of gaming flight simmer PCs tailored to flight simulation pilots in mind. The private pilot and the commercial pilot range has been designed to provide a great frame rates if you are on a budget, or if you're an experienced simmer and want to take your simming to the next level. You can even customize to suit your virtual pilot needs. Links in the description below if you want to check out the new range of Oz Flight Simmer PCs, the private pilot and the commercial pilot. Taxiing over to this week's development news, and the Microsoft team this week released a new beta test program. This has been targeted at our Xbox Series X and S simmers, and the aim is to gather data to track some memory-related crash issues that have been plaguing and were seen on our Xbox, making our Xbox simmers very unhappy. The build will contain additional telemetry logging and a more precise memory tracking system, and I guess there's good news and bad news here. The good news is that the team is actively looking to find the root cause. The not so great news at this point, it doesn't look like they have a solution. So hopefully for our console simmers, the problem will be identified very, very soon. As we move into July, we won't be seeing too many updates from the development team as they move the next sim update to August. July appears to be the slowest month of updates when it comes to the sim since it's been launched. No updates this week on the roadmap or the feedback snapshot this week. However, we have seen 9 new airports released this week from the flight sim stores around the globe, 4 new aircraft and 10 new sceneries with no mission packs. On the marketplace side of things, we have seen a whopping 41 new products. 21 of those are on PC and 20 on Xbox. Most of these sceneries are airports. My pick up this week is a Storm from SoFly, which is a awesome little weather presets and landing challenge product, which is a great if you don't have time to go for a big flight, or you just want to need an extra challenge with some exciting taking on hurricanes in the sim. If you got this far in the video, thank you very much. You guys are a bunch of Oz Flight Simmer legends. It is really much appreciated. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, please do, because 73% of all people that watch the Oz Flight Simmer channel aren't subscribed. They just can't be bothered going to log in and hit that subscribe button. So if you did, it's much appreciated. We're going to leave you with one of our other awesome videos here, so please check that one out. And I do want to remind you, we also stream every Wednesday and Sunday at 8 PM GMT plus 10. So if you want to join in our fun large multiplayer flights, come along. We'd love to have you.